Sami Zayn just helluva kicked Gunther square in the face, took out the official, and turned the undisputed WWE Championship match into total anarchy, and the WWE Universe is still trying to process what they just witnessed. Welcome to Slam Nation, the ultimate home for the most insane, unpredictable, and explosive wrestling drama on the planet. If you love WWE drama and insane wrestling moments like this, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to Slam Nation, and turn on notifications because things are only getting crazier from here. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now because I want to know whose side you are on. Friday night SmackDown in Kansas City opened with the biggest match on the entire card, and that alone should have told everyone something was about to go horribly wrong. When a championship match opens the show instead of closing it, that almost always means chaos is coming, and this night was no exception. Cody Rhodes walked out as the undisputed WWE Champion, defending his title in a commercial-free rematch against Gunther, the ring general who had been seething ever since losing the first encounter at Clash in Italy. That match ended in controversy when the referee missed Gunther's foot resting under the bottom rope during the deciding pinfall. Gunther never let it go. He stewed over that loss for weeks, convinced he had been robbed of the championship he believes belongs around his waist. And when WWE gave him the power to choose the stipulation for the rematch, he made the most loaded decision imaginable. He picked Sami Zayn as the special guest referee. On paper it looked like a gift for Gunther. Zayn is known across the WWE Universe as one of the most honest, fair-minded competitors in the entire company, a man who built his entire career on doing the right thing even when it cost him everything. Choosing him seemed like the safest, most credible option available. But what happened next shocked everyone, because the Sami Zayn who walked into that ring on June 19th was not the composed official Gunther thought he was getting. From the opening bell, the tension was unbearable. Cody Rhodes and Gunther traded brutal strikes in the center of the ring, each man trying to set the tone early and establish dominance before the match even had a chance to develop. But it was Zayn's presence that changed everything. Early in the match, Zayn aggressively pulled both competitors apart after a 5 count near the ropes, and that decision lit a fuse. Cody got right in Zayn's face, jabbing a finger into his chest, demanding to know what he thought he doing. Zayn responded by shoving Rhodes backward, and the champion stumbled directly into a vicious Gunther sleeper hold. Fans could not believe what they were seeing. The referee who was supposed to keep order had just handed Gunther a golden opportunity, and the crowd in Kansas City erupted with confusion and outrage all at once. The chaos didn't stop there. As the match progressed, Gunther locked in a brutally disrespectful figure-4 leglock on Rhodes, twisting the champion's body in half in the middle of the ring. Cody screamed in agony, fighting with everything he had to avoid tapping out and surrendering the title he had worked so hard to defend. The ring general was dominant, ruthless, and completely in control, punishing every mistake Zayn made along the way and using the referee's hesitation to his full advantage. This completely changed everything about the complexion of the match. Gunther wasn't just wrestling Cody Rhodes anymore. He was wrestling a referee who seemed to be working against him as much as for him, and nobody could predict which way that unpredictable dynamic would break. Then came the moment nobody expected. Cody fired back with a desperate cross Rhodes, planting Gunther in the middle of the ring and going for the cover that could have ended the match right there. But Gunther's foot found the bottom rope just in time, an eerie echo of the controversial finish from Clash in Italy that started this entire saga in the first place. This time, the pin wasn't even counted the way it should have been. Zayn hesitated, frozen in the moment, and the confusion sent both men into a fury. Gunther shoved Zayn for failing to manage the situation properly, and in one shocking instant, Zayn shoved Cody Rhodes right into a brutal guillotine submission. The champion's face turned red as Gunther cinched the hold tighter, and for a moment it looked like the match might end with Rhodes passed out cold because of his own referee's mistake. The announce team could barely keep up with how fast everything was unraveling. The WWE Universe exploded after this happened, because nothing about this match felt fair anymore. Zayn, clearly rattled by his own inability to control the chaos he had created, finally snapped under the pressure. When Cody attempted a sunset flip powerbomb late in the match, Gunther grabbed the ropes to block it, the exact kind of move that wins matches through leverage and cunning rather than pure strength. But Zayn would not allow it. He forcefully kicked Gunther's hands off the rope, breaking his grip, and immediately delivered a fast 3 count, awarding the match and the title to Cody Rhodes. The bell rang, Rhodes' music hit, and for a split second it looked like the drama was finally over. It was not. Gunther was incensed. He had been robbed in almost the identical fashion twice now, and this time it was his own hand-picked referee who had done it to him. The ring general immediately began shouting at Zayn, getting in his face and demanding answers for a decision that felt completely unjustified. Things became even more chaotic backstage as WWE General Manager Nick Aldis stormed down to the ring, furious over how the match had been handled and unwilling to let the controversy stand. Cody Rhodes, to his credit, refused to accept a win that felt tainted. Even though he was still the champion, he demanded the match be restarted on the spot, wanting to beat Gunther clean and prove once and for all that he deserved to keep his championship without controversy attached to it. Aldis granted the request, and the match resumed in front of a stunned Kansas City crowd who had no idea what to expect next. But what happened next shocked everyone all over again. The moment the bell rang to restart the bout, Sami Zayn exploded into action, but not as a referee. He turned and blasted Gunther directly in the face with a thunderous hell of a kick, the same devastating move he has used to shock opponents throughout his entire career. Gunther dropped like a stone, completely blindsided by the very man who was supposed to be the unbiased authority in that ring. A new official sprinted down to restore order and attempt to regain control of the situation, but Zayn intercepted him too, taking him out before he could even reach the ring. With every authority figure either down or compromised, Zayn snapped into a state nobody had seen from him in this rivalry before. He grabbed the championship title itself and used it as a weapon, blasting both Cody Rhodes and Gunther with it in a stunning display of pure aggression that left the entire arena in stunned silence. The WWE Universe watched in disbelief as the man known as the last real good guy completely lost control, leaving two of WWE's biggest stars laid out in the middle of the ring with no official left standing to make sense of any of it. With no official able to make a count, the match was ultimately ruled a no contest, leaving the championship picture more chaotic than ever heading into the final stretch of the show. Gunther immediately demanded a rematch, refusing to let his obsession with that title go even after everything that had just unfolded in front of him. But it was what happened after the dust settled that truly set the wrestling world on fire. Cody Rhodes, furious with how the entire night had unfolded, confronted Nick Aldis directly backstage, his frustration boiling over after weeks of dealing with constant interference and controversy surrounding his title reign. He made it clear he was done dealing with both Gunther and Sami Zayn separately, declaring that he was tired of catering to either man's demands one at a time. Rhodes demanded something nobody saw coming. He wanted a triple threat match at Night of Champions, putting his title on the line against both Gunther and Sami Zayn at the same time, settling every grievance in one explosive showdown instead of dragging this rivalry out match after match. Aldis, recognizing the magnitude of what had just happened in that ring, made the match official on the spot, sending shockwaves through the entire WWE universe. This single decision changed the entire trajectory of the undisputed WWE Championship picture heading toward Night of Champions. Gunther now has the chance to finally settle his unfinished business after two controversial finishes have denied him the title that many believe he deserves, and he will not have to wait through another one-on-one rematch to get his shot. But now he has to do it while also dealing with Sami Zayn, a man who has proven he is willing to do whatever it takes, even attacking both competitors with the championship itself, to get what he wants. Zayn's motivations remain a mystery, and that uncertainty only adds more tension to an already explosive situation. And Cody Rhodes is suddenly the most vulnerable he has ever been as champion, forced to defend against two ruthless competitors in the same match instead of one, with no clear ally in his corner and no referee he can fully trust. Nobody expected this moment to define the path toward Night of Champions, yet here we are. Sami Zayn has transformed himself from a fair-minded official into a wildcard threat that nobody can predict, and that unpredictability might be the most dangerous element heading into this triple threat match. Gunther's hunger for that title has only intensified after being denied yet again, and his frustration could push him to fight more recklessly than ever before. And Cody Rhodes now has to walk into the biggest challenge of his championship reign, carrying the weight of defending against two men who both have every reason to take him down, knowing that any mistake could cost him everything he has built since winning that title. The road to Night of Champions just became one of the most explosive storylines in recent WWE memory, and the question on everyone's mind is simple. Who walks out of that triple threat match as champion? Is it Cody Rhodes, fighting to prove he can survive against impossible odds and silence every doubter who thinks his reign is on borrowed time? Is it Gunther, finally claiming the title that has slipped through his fingers not once but twice, proving that the ring general's dominance cannot be denied forever? Or is it Sami Zayn, the man who has shown he is capable of absolutely anything when pushed to his breaking point, a wild card who could shock the entire WWE universe one more time when the stakes are at their absolute highest? Backstage sources within the company have already begun buzzing about how unpredictable this triple threat could become, given that all three men have legitimate reasons to despise one another heading into the biggest stage of the summer. There is no clear alliance to count on, no predictable pattern to follow, and absolutely no telling who might turn on who when the bell finally rings at Night of Champions. Make sure you subscribe to Slam Nation right now so you never miss a single second of this insane road to Night of Champions. Smash the like button, share this video with every wrestling fan you know, and drop a comment below telling me exactly which superstar you are backing in this triple threat war. Cody Rhodes, Gunther, or Sami Zayn. The drama never stops and the hits never miss.